All right, welcome back. So this is gonna be a quick video. Things moved pretty fast this morning with the twin flame. So this morning I felt this individual. We connected. When I woke up, I just kind of laid there and just kind of listened to certain things that was on this person's mind. I could kind of tell there was something that they wanted to tell me or they wanted to talk about, but it was a little stagnated, right? So whenever energetically or mentally, emotionally, any type of stagnation that I feel from someone, I begin to move my body so that I can get the answers out of them. Okay? So this is why you cannot hide in the twin flame connection. So this is why it's best just to be honest, because these are very transparent connections. Okay? So I don't think that he was afraid to tell me. I think that he was trying to find a way to ease me into, him telling me what he wanted for today. So I couldn't understand. So I got up, and then when I laid back down, it was just like, it felt like stuck dead energy. So I was just like, he's still laying down. His energy is stuck. So I'm going to go ahead and move around. So when I got in the car, because I needed to get ice for the house, so I went to the store. When I got in the car, the end of Tupac's song was on, right? And so Tupac says, "Who's your daddy? Ha ha ha." Right? That was the end of that song. How do you want it? Coming up with a nigga in a cash game now. So that was the end of that song. So I said, what? Because twin flames connect through music, through song. So even if it's nonverbal, okay, because you have some twin flames that are advanced in the art of, I believe it's clairaudient, but clairvoyant. So they don't need words. They can hear messages within instruments, within vibrations of the instruments. So after that song came on, the other song came on, "You're the one for me when you love me." Right? So I was just like, now that song came out in the 90s and it came out when I was a little girl, and I never listened to that song. So I sat there and I listened to that song. So, she says, now this song came on my way back home. Okay. Now, in that song, she's just like, "I don't care if you got a girl, this, isn't that. You're the one for me." I was like, oh no. What, bitch? I said, I don't remember her saying all this, but okay. I'm definitely not feeling that. So when I went to the store, I had intentions on getting some ice, but I ended up getting breakfast for me and my son's father. Okay. So I'm thinking to myself, I'm just like, why the fuck am I getting him? Why am I getting him? I mean, sometimes I like to be thoughtful. I mean, he's been a bit of an asshole though. So, I don't be trying to do too much consideration when he's behaving that way. Because, I have to kind of keep things balanced, because I'm trying to, God be fucking that man up when he be doing shit towards me. When he's unfair towards me, or when he be doing stuff. Okay. So, I be having to try to keep the balance between us. So since he hasn't really been stable, or he has not necessarily really, we kind of, I don't know, shit just been kind of shaky between us. He seems unstable. One minute he's there, one minute he's not. When he gets like that, he's connecting with a soulmate. So he's connecting with somebody else. And I'm trying to tell you, whatever. It's not about him. It's a very karmic world in his world. We'll just say that, okay? So, it's easy for me to back up off of him at any time. But, I still like to show my appreciation for him just as a person by doing little thoughtful things for him. But this wasn't intentionally that. So I'm just like, oh, I'm spending, I said, I'm sitting here spending my money on his ass. And he been up here, been all mean, fussing and cranky and shit. So, I couldn't understand why I did that. Before I left, my tarot deck, it had the Three of Cups in the reverse position. So when I got home, it had been reversed to the upright position. I said, oh, okay. I said, okay, so he wants to have a third party. So my thing is, I'm not dealing with that. Okay? I'm not dealing with that. I don't want to deal with that. So what we agreed to, do whatever you want. Do what you want. So the third party is going to represent somebody on the outside of him. So this could be his wife, this could be his girlfriend, it could be his daughter, it could be his mother, it could be his brother, it could be a homeboy. Okay, I'm not interested in connecting right now. You're sitting up here, you're holding shit back from me. You're trying to, it's not like he wants to introduce me to anybody. You understand what I'm saying? He wants his privacy. He wants to be able to connect with other people without me interfering, without me being nosy and knowing. So I have no problem with that. I appreciate that he would communicate that that is what he wants. Because if he just go along, with the shit, and the person around him, I'm not feeling it, it's going to come through him, and that other person is going to be looking at him like, well, what's going on with you? What's wrong with you? You see what I'm saying? The twin flames, it is a connection. And this is how people get confused, because people romanticize it. Now, the thing is what I have learned. I have learned to take the romance and to incorporate it in the twin flame connection, because the twin flame connection is all about you. It is the relationship with you, but you have a twin soul that is assisting and helping you with your growth. Okay, so it's like you're in a relationship with you. Okay, but I mean, mirrored souls. So it's not just you. You're practicing the relationship with you. And a lot of people don't know how to do this without actually having somebody else to practice with. So this is why I tie in a lot of the romance too. Because a lot of people, the reason why they have such a hard time with connecting to themselves, because they don't have the romance. Because people want the romance, but they want it from someone else. So in these connections, I romanticize things so you can create a more intimate and romantic relationship with yourself. So the thing is that we are connecting. Me as a human woman, conscious of what is going on, there are things that I say and that I talk about that are explained in a way to where, if me and this individual were together, this is what I know, this is what I feel, this is what I think. Reality is that this is a spiritual connection. Okay? So this person is not experiencing he's not experiencing me on the outside as this human woman. He is experiencing me within spirit, which is why sometimes you're in union with a twin flame. You may not know it, they may not know it. Okay? Just because you don't know what's going on doesn't mean that it's not happening, right? In the spiritual community, in the spiritual world, we talk about warfare. Okay? Just because you see it, just because you don't see it, doesn't mean that it's not happening. So when it comes to the negative things, we have the truth about that. But also when it comes to the more positive things, we have the truth about that too. So my thing is that he doesn't want to connect with himself anymore. He wants to connect with somebody on the outside. Okay? So, he has a life. He has a human life. Obviously, he's aware of the connection. And he's aware of certain things that I am able to do. Okay? And so even though I must respect his boundaries, he has to communicate. Otherwise, I'm just going to be being myself and doing what I usually do in these connections. Okay? So he wants the third party. I don't. And to be honest, I don't think that he wants me around when he deals with his third party. Okay? I've been on this twin flame journey for a long time. And I connected to a man one time before, and we were connecting together, and we were connecting in third parties. So the third party was his wife. So the thing is that his wife, whenever I was connecting with his wife, it's kind of like she wasn't herself anymore. Like he got upset because whenever I connected with his wife seemed to love him more, okay, than what she would have if I was not connecting with her. This is also how I do relationship counsel too in the spirit. So he did not like the truth of that. He was not ready to receive that. He didn't want to think about it. You know, he told me, um, he says that I was hurting their relationship. Okay. So I backed off and I left that connection altogether. Okay. Cause I'm just like, well, maybe he wants to be able to talk and conversate with her without me around. I know that is because he's married. He doesn't want to know that there is somebody else out there who loves him more than his wife, who makes him feel more than his wife. You know what I'm saying? And now he has to sit here and question his wife, and does his wife really love him? You know, it opens up a whole other can of worms. The truth is very disturbing. So, you know, but that's a part of who I am. And that is a part of the mission. And when it comes to the spirit, you must be honest. That is how we deal with the warfare. Okay? Truth and love. All right? So, you know, I be giving off high vibrations, and it be lighting and highlighting a lot of things in people's lives. I don't like being the third wheel. I know that when I be coming up into people's lives, you know, sometimes I be exposing people around them. And it's very disturbing because motherfuckers don't know what to do. They don't know what to believe. Okay? So, you know, it gets complicated for me. Because, I mean, I'm not here to hurt nobody. But at the same time, if you're not ready to see certain things, then you're not ready to see certain things. You know, whenever you want me to leave, I can absolutely leave. I understand. Trust me. I understand. I went through the same fucking shit. Okay, just in a different way. I wasn't necessarily in a relationship at that time. I already knew who my son's father was, which is why I was trying to run away from his ass. But my twin flame came in and helped me highlight who other people were in my life. And that was very hard for me to deal with and very hard for me to accept. But all my life, I've always known how certain individuals truly felt about me and what they thought about me. Even the ones who tried to be super fake. So when this twin flame came in, I'm just like, you know, you're destroying my life. Like, I'm starting to see, like, but I'm starting to see, and I don't want to be here. I don't want to deal with these people. But at the same time, I don't have anywhere to go. So it really stressed me the fuck out. Because I'm just like, so what am I going to do now? So my thing is, I get it. I get it. You know, so because he doesn't want me to run away. And he doesn't want the union to end. Okay? So, I mean, I'm just like, well, fine. I mean, this is how we practice boundaries. You know, this is how we practice you having your privacy. I'm not going to take it personal. He's not my man. You understand? So if he wants to connect with another woman, or if he's married, if he wants to connect with his woman, I can't get in the way of that. You understand? So, I mean, it's kind of ridiculous for me. And see, that's why I'm saying you got to be careful. You got to be careful with how much you fall into these connections. Now, sometimes, yes, you and the person, y'all are on the same page. Y'all might want to link up. You might reach out to each other, link up. I know twin flames who have come together in the physical. A lot of twin flames are meeting over the internet, because over the internet, I mean, it's worldwide. You got twin flames, soulmates in other countries, places you wouldn't even think or imagine. People are finding each other through the portal of the internet. It's a mass universe all on its own. Okay? So, you know, I get it. I think it's beautiful. I think this whole thing is wonderful. Okay? So today I'm going to be more alone. So that will give me time to just kind of think about things, figure some things out for myself when it comes to business. There's work that I have to do that I want to do. What else? I mean, that's pretty much it. I felt a relief when I came to the enlightenment that, um, he wants to connect with the third party. I was just like, okay, which means, because it's crazy because you know, I kind of usually start my day with looking at videos about myself. I have videos that I don't post. They're kind of like video diaries. This is kind of how I start my day off, with focusing on me. And then this morning, I'm just like, I love myself. But I want to do something different this morning. I don't want to see myself this morning. I couldn't understand why I felt that way. Okay, it's like I don't want to be into myself today. I felt like I wanted to be into somebody else today. So that is my twin. All right, it's not about him today. He wants to, he wants his attention, his focus to be elsewhere. Okay. And of course, I mean, I'm not gonna pry to see what's up. I'm not. I told you I can't do the cards on him anyway. So ooh. So it's kind of like today is a free day for me, and this is, I think this is going to be real great because the connection between us is very comfortable. It makes me feel emotionally content. So, and that's naturally. So whenever we intentionally engage with one another, I mean, it's a lot and it's kind of overwhelming, you know? So, I mean, I'm just like, whew. Because it's not that I didn't want to say anything. I be having to put certain personal things to the side because I understand that it's not just about me being in my feelings about the connection. It's a mission. You understand? The shit is a mission. So it's kind of like a job. So you have to remember that even though you are experiencing something beneficial from the connection, you also have to have your boundaries and you have to draw your line because, this is purposeful. One thing about me, one thing that I know, a good thing don't last always. Okay, but I do try to, I don't want to take anything for granted. I don't want to take my experiences for granted. I don't want to take advantage either. You know what I'm saying? I want to be appreciative because there's so much that I learn and I gain from these connections, regardless of who it is. So I just really like to practice my gratitude, not just saying it all the time, but showing it as well. Okay, so today is going to be a solo, dolo, lonely day. And, I mean, that's going to be it. So I probably won't make another video until whenever he decides to come back. Okay, so this can go either way. He's going to get caught up in his third party to where he's going to get pulled out of union, or he's going to be in his part. He's going to go off, have a good time, and then he's going to come back home. Home is where the heart is. When they say that, home is where the heart is. So, I mean, that's where I'm at. Okay. So, is there anything else? Okay, so there's nothing else. So we're just going to end it there. Until the next time, we'll come back. Thank you. Okay, so I want to tell you, when I was going over and editing this video, this is how I came up with this picture. Because when I was sitting on my porch working on it, I looked up and I saw these 3 birds. Okay, so on my way back into the house, I had got this intuitive nudge to look back. So when I looked back, this is what I saw. Okay, so this is going to represent there is somebody out there who wants to connect to me. Okay, they want to invite me to have a good time with them. They want me, you know. So the thing is, the answer is definitely no, because, with connecting with my twin flame yesterday, I didn't get no work done. I took the day off. I was in this bitch butt ass naked, eating, spilling shit all over myself. I was doing my yoni steam. I'm talking about, baby, I was chilling like a bitch. I got everything out of the way, all my tasks out the way, my daily tasks. I did it with no problem. I washed this ass real good. I'm gonna do a facial for myself today. I wanted to do a facial for myself today too. So my thing is, I got some work to do because I sacrificed, to connect with him yesterday. I'm not about to run off and get behind. No. So I mean, that offer is gonna have to wait. Okay, I need to knock this shit out of the way. I gave myself time to just really chill and rest yesterday and just be still because I need, I'm trying to think about ideas. Okay, ideas that I can do. I came up with certain ideas, but now I'm about to jump into it and get started. So yesterday was the sacrifice, we got to pick it back up. Okay. This is why I was kind of, this is why I'm like, ooh, this shit just aligned. Everything just kind of aligned, because I was kind of worrisome. I was just like, are we going to just chill today? I don't want to feel like I'm wasting my time. It's crazy because we telepathically, we had a conversation about that yesterday, but that's how I feel. And whether he agrees with that or not, I feel like he's respecting that, you know. And by him, I mean, I don't know, maybe we'll talk about it or something, but I want the word. Like, I got ideas is popping. I see my vision coming together. I have things to organize. I'm excited about it. I really am excited about it. I don't want nobody getting in the way of how I feel. You know, I sacrificed yesterday. I took my time off and I loved it. It was beautiful. I appreciate it, but I want to get back. It's been a while since. It's been a while. And we're supposed to be working on this solar plex. We're supposed to be working on this solar plex. Okay? So, I got to get my practice in. I got to be putting in the work. I don't know in depth, in detail, what he has going on. I'm not about to sit here and monitor him and be like, is he doing the work? Is he doing the work? Either he going to reach it with me or he's not. Okay? So the thing is that this is where in relationships there's misunderstandings of competition. Because he could see me as trying to compete with him because I'm feeling a little more motivated or ambitious to hit that ascension. He may be wanting to take his time. But at the same time, you see, I can't assume or say that because he could be connecting with his work partner. You see? So this is why, you got to be careful too with your assumptions. It's not about thinking. It's not about overthinking. It's about being enlightened. Okay? So, and this is why it's good to be doing your mental health, because you need to be at your self-reflection, because you need to be able to study your mind so you can understand, so you don't, You're getting your practice here with these connections, and you deal with other individuals. So my thing is, I'm getting practice with self. He's going to be getting practice on the outside. And that is what I was just enlightened to. Okay, so you see, so he must, I don't know, I'm kind of feeling some Capricorn in his birth chart too. I think he has a lot of Capricorn in his birth chart. Because Capricorn and Cancer, it's like they're the same, but they're different. They do things differently. Like they don't come to the same point from the same way, the same direction. My son is a Capricorn, right? So he likes to walk on the concrete. He likes to follow the structure. When we walk in the house, he likes to follow the structure. He'll walk on the concrete and he walks up the stairs. I'm cutting through the grass. You know what I'm saying? I'm just like, man, fuck it. You know? I don't feel like walking that way. Then I gotta turn, walk up the stairs. Like, man, I'm just about to walk up this hill and walk to the door. It's funny though, because he always gets there faster than me. But he likes to hold the door open for me. Okay? So, I don't know. I don't know why I said that. Because Capricorn is patient. Capricorn is a little more slower. But Capricorn can keep up. But see, I'm not trying to challenge him. That's not what I'm here for. We're here for an experience. That's why I said, if either we gonna hit it together or we're not. I know who I am. I'm emotional. I'm naturally really in my feelings. So this is why I had to really learn how to discipline, understand my feelings. Okay, be able to, sometimes, I don't know how to explain this shit. Don't get so worked up. Don't, go with the flow. It is an experience. It is a learning lesson, a learning process. It's not something that you have to take so seriously. You know what I mean? Because things are going to come together. You're naturally going to have an understanding. You will be enlightened. Okay, I think that we have already realized that he's going to bring a lot of enlightenment too, So, I'm starting to understand too, this is why with certain people you have connections with, you don't have to, certain things they don't have to be said. So if me and this individual was in a room together, we wouldn't even have to talk to each other and we would be communicating. And we would be conscious that we are communicating. That is what you call a spiritual friend. It's so good to have spiritual friends. They're great. Cause it's not so much like when you evolve spiritually. I mean, knowing who you are, like outer worldly, and especially if you are someone to where you value, appreciate, and you have a healthy imagination. This is what really creates the magic of life. So, I mean, that's absolutely great. I'm so happy right now. But you know what? No, because I got shit to do. So I can't take that offer. I work alone. I don't have any partners. I don't want any partners. I do be having people who do want to work and collaborate with me. But I gotta catch up on my shit. I'm not fucking playing. Cause I don't know. I want what I want. That's what I want. I had fun. I had my fun yesterday. I want to get back to it. So that's what the fuck I'm about to do. No distractions right now. Maybe if that individual could just wait or be patient or whatever, just please, no, don't get in my way right now. Just let me finish this. All right, that's gonna be it. Till next time. Talk again.